अभी रुपया गया नहीं। अब देख
हाँ आ गया
क्या दिखा रहा है उधर।
फोटो भेजता हूँ। मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
मेरे को भी मेरी आवाज आ रही है।
नहीं मेरे को मेरी आवाज आ रही है।
वही मेरी आवाज आ रही थी मादरचोद।
तेरे को मेरी आवाज करनी चाहिए।
तूने स्पीकर पे करा हुआ है क्या?
हाँ
ओए ये तो आवाज आ रही वो देखिए यार, लिंक तो नहीं चेंज होगा स्ट्रीम का, वहां का वो थोड़ा भाई
भाई
रीस्टार्ट
फोन
करना
ना
है।
चला दे भाई ये
बंद कर यार, गांडू है क्या? Hello, hello. Am- Can anyone confirm if I'm audible, please?
Rahul audible.
I hope I'm also audible in the YouTube stream. Cool, cool. Thanks. So, hello everyone. Myself Rahul Gopati, and I'm in the role of founder's office in at 5pointai. So, I graduated from IT Jodhpur as a artificial intelligence and data science graduate in 2024. So, it's just my last year. So, I just want to quickly ask some questions to you all. So, how many are you participating in this hackathon? Can you just get a quick hand raise? Okay, cool, cool. Thanks. So this session is mostly regarding the problem statement and why we have chosen the problem statement, and about some things related to Gen AI, LLMs, agents, and tools, and what is the criteria of evaluation and what is the end results that we are gonna get from the hackathon. So let's dive into it. So I'll share my screen and I'll start the presentation that I have made with AI. So pardon AI like if it makes any mistakes. Okay. So yeah. So how many of you didn't know what is like AI? How many are you from AI background and how many are not? Can I just like get a quick hand raise for whom that are not like background of AI? Okay. So no worries. I'll just brief what is Gen AI, LLMs, and agents. You must have like heard about all these things before, and you must be using, I'm pretty sure, like for your assignments and tasks, right? So coming to the world of like Gen AI, LLMs, and agents. So we are living in a world where like artificial intelligence is transforming the world, and like we are seeing new models every now and then, and like they are like really getting advanced, and like the things are getting done fast, right? So what is like Gen AI and what is LLMs? Before Gen AI, I would like to discuss like what is AI, what is ML, what is DL, and like this session is interactive. You can all like use chat, etc. to like, tell your opinions and all. So I'll be seeing continuously. Let me know like in the chat if you have any doubts, any questions in between the session. So coming to AI, so there are like many things in AI. There is ML, there is DL, and there is a preference order of these all things. So AI is basically like a computational thing that is faster than humans. So in AI, we have machine learning. We have what is machine learning? So machine learning is basically predicting a thing. We will predict a thing based on the previous data that we feed to the model. So what is a model? So model is basically a pattern finder that will basically find patterns in our data that we give to the machine. Okay, so that is ML. The machine learns the data and finds a pattern and predicts the new things that we query it. So this is ML. So in ML, there is a DL, or there is a deep learning. So deep learning is basically, you must have all heard of this term called neural networks. So in deep learning, we use neural networks to like predict more like it is like more reliable to use. In that sense, like it is more computationally costly, and it is more hard to tell why it has predicted these particular things. So that is DL, and in DL there is this models, different types of models called foundational models, large language models, etc. So basically, the large language models are specific type of generative AI, and these models like which are like generating text based on the, I mean, generating that can anything that is new based on the previous data is called generative AI. So if you are just only predicting the things, and if you are not like finding anything new, if you are not generating anything new, you are just predicting things, you are just creating the data that you have given to the AI, then it's not Gen AI, it's just we can say like it's machine learning. So in Gen AI, we generate new things out of the thing we have given to the AI. So in generative AI, we can create any content like text, image, audio, video based on existing data that we have fed to the model. And these models are like trained on massive data sets, as you know, and that learns patterns that allow them to generate content that is often like more human created content, but because like we have given them human created content. So coming to LLMs, large language models are basically specific type of Gen AI that are trained only on vast amounts of text data. They can understand the natural language that we speak is the natural language. So enabling them to like they can translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer all your questions, whatever it is, based on the data given to it. So I hope my pace is okay and you are understanding things. Can I get like quick handles or reactions to the new feature? Yeah, yeah, cool. That gives a lot of content. So coming to like revolution, like how you user experiences are gonna change in coming future. Like uh, until now, we have used many apps in our phones, right? Like there are several different types of user interfaces and user experiences. Like if you all see, we were using Instagram, WhatsApp, we were using Snapchat, we were using TikTok. Those are all like different types of engagements with any content. That's not like AI content or something, but that's any content. So there were like buttons, there were like scrollable layouts and all. But coming to AI, how are we gonna improve these user interfaces so that our lives gets easier? So this is a very interesting topic to be like more researched about, because let's say there are in India there are many crores of people in which only some part of the people are educated and some part of the people are using smartphones. But most of them don't know about what ChatGPT is, what AI is, what machine learning is, or etc. But for making their lives easier, we have to like figure out a user experience that doesn't essentially say that don't require people to know that it is ChatGPT that is backing up here. Like this is being backend up by ChatGPT or something. They don't know a shit about like LLMs, generative AI, etc. All they have, all they want to have is a nice user experience that AI can be used. So before the companies were trying to like get into these kind of user experiences before AI with voice assistants like Google, Siri, and etc. Right? So, but there in that time, at that time, like we didn't have AI to answer our questions correctly, and there was no thinking. It was just the data, and it was just the normal text patterns that were being identified by those engines, and those are not good. Obviously, like they don't understand the our natural language very properly. But now it's the correct time to like use these interfaces, not only like chat, like ChatGPT has released voice agents, like you can directly talk to it using just like a call. And you can also ChatGPT use ChatGPT in your WhatsApp over a call and etc. So they are making these AI adaptable to most of the people around the world. Right now only very less people, if you think like, we know that most people are using ChatGPT, but in the whole world they are very less in coming like in the population wise. So for this, like we need to have something that is like very easy to interact with, that will do tasks or that will do our work on our behalf. So there comes like agents. So what are agents? You must have like heard of the term AI agents. But this is a very buzzing one. So agents are like an interface that will use these large language models in their backend and understands like can do some actions. So LLM is basically the brain, and we can say agents are like the body, the head, hands and legs that a human can use. So basically intelligent agents that automate tasks, freeing up human time and effort for more strategic work. We can say like we can use more brain if we have agents, because like that all the shit work is done by AI. So this is the main motto of agents that we see all around in the current world. So these agents can perform any task like that you don't have to manually do. Like scheduling meetings, managing emails, and researching information and etc. So, and these agents can also like be more personal to you than any other thing, right? So if you are using your phone and there is an agent that continuously tracks what are you doing on your phone, then that agent can help you where were you wasting like your time most in the phone, or where what is the things you are doing on the phone, and what is the things that you can cut down, and what is the things like you need to uh, more in the, you can basically analyze all the things that are you are doing in the phone because an agent is tracking for you, and it can like ask LLM to generate some analysis out of this and provide you with some suggestions. This is an example agent. So the agents can also like personalize interactions with users, providing like recommendations and more support to you, right? So you can learn, so they can learn basically your preferences. So what are you looking at, and what is the things you mostly do on your phone. And let's say now I connect this agent with an advertising platform. So that advertising platform has now full power, like full things know about you, so they can advertise them better, right? So these things like will help many industries around the world, and they can actually be more helpful than more spam if you think so. Like because if there is an ad you see, if it is not interesting to you, then only you feel like why I'm seeing this ad. But if you like actually need that thing and you are searching for it and you got a better thing in your ad, then you are more likely to be interacting with that, right? So this is a way like more simple use case of AI agents. So there is also a continuous learning where like agents will continuously learn about your actions, and they can adapt with the new information that, and they can also like learn what you're learning and what you're going through in the day and night and all. So the rise of like Gen AI power tools and applications. So where were you using this Gen AI? So Gen AI like is being mostly used in all the places, removing the jobs of people, like be it content creation or customer service or software development. So Gen AI power tools are like being used to create everything from marketing materials to product descriptions to entire books. So these things can help any company perform better and do things more quickly, right? So this is also being used in customer services and software development. So you know all these things like where the generative AI is being used. You must have heard many like buzzing products that came out recently, like Cursor or yeah, Cursor for like software development and content creation platforms. There are many creation platforms. Like after LLMs came out, you can write anything. Like even I created this PowerPoint presentation with AI. So these images are created by AI, and you see like there are some almost all the mistakes in the text. This is created by diffusion model, but they have to improve in text. So AI has still a lot of scope to be improved, be it images or LLMs or understanding your language better. But yeah, like it is already been leap in the industry. So how Gen AI like will shape the future of work and development? So I wanted to focus more on how like software development is gonna look like, and how 5pointai is like using it to be like more be leader in the industry. So what Gen AI is doing in the software development industry. So obviously, like there is increased efficiency now. Gen AI can automate tasks to like more give more focus to developers and their work, and this can lead to like increased productivity and enhance creativity. So if there is an idea in your head, like if you want to do something in that way, then you can surely like brainstorm with AI that will help you better and that will give you the information that you don't know before. So can help you learn, and also like AI is in improved collaboration, allowing them to share knowledge and work together more efficiently. So, and coming to the main point of like today's session, that is our lead management. So I wanted to let you all know like why lead management is important in this Gen A's era. So before going to this, I would like to like have a quick 5 minute Q&A session until 7:30. So ask me like anything regarding Gen A, LLMs, science, etc. in the chat. Or I'll just give you permission to on your mic so you can unmute and tell me anything and ask me anything. Yeah, anyone? Yeah, so neural networks are basically like analogy of our brain. So what we say, like there are many layers of networks that have like that predict the next thing. So let's say we have a, I'm thinking of a better analogy to tell this. Okay, so let's say like there are a huge amount of things. Let's say uh, uh, you asked about what happened between Bumrah and Constas. That guy name is, yeah, I think. So what happened between them in the today's match? So what will an LLM do? So let's say this information is already being passed to the LLM. So now LLM basically has many things in their layer. Uh, like let's say they use many things. The basic thing in an LLM is a neural network. Like there's an that's an like very matured version of a neural network. So that is so neural networks basically consist of many layers that we say like you can yeah, sorry, anyone saying something? Just a minute. People are saying many things in the YouTube chat. Yeah. So coming back to neural networks. So basically, neural network is a machine learning model that is like mostly functions. That is an analogy to our brain that like I have said before. So there are the neural networks has very basic things like nodes. There are nodes, and the nodes are like will become a layer, and there are like weights assigned to every node in the network. So when you see like in that network there are many nodes, and if you give you a input to this network, then what will happen is it will basically predict the like there is a weight function and all, like I don't want to go into that stuff, but basically that will predict the next node that it has to go into. So likewise it will travel through the network and it will have a function that will basically predict the thing that you have asked in the query. So how these are related to is natural language, like how the things that we say in English or in any mother tongue, like in any language, are being understood by LLM. So basically, there is a concept called embeddings. So what happens in natural language processing is we extract the embeddings. So there is an embeddings model separate that engine. So if you give anything the data, embeddings will be taken out from the data. Like so, there is a more probability that if you give the same towards, then the embeddings are like mostly similar. So these embeddings are related by that engine, and like this will predict the node that will travel through the layers, and then you will get the output of that neural network. Yeah, anything else? And what's like difference between a neural network and a normal model? So what happens in neural networks is as you have this network, you will like actually reiterate the process. You will do it again and again to get a better accuracy, and you will get a better prediction out of that. So when even if you like interact with an LLM today, that will learn. Like you get a like two responses at a time sometimes, like, and you click on I prefer this response. So they are like actually learning about your personal preferences. So yeah. Yep. And coming to lead generation. So why lead generation is important today? So we have this vast amount of data, like mostly Gen AI tools are rely on vast amounts of data, like that will generate some effective results. So let's say you are in your day-to-day life. Just think how much data you are being interacting. Like let's say if you start your day today, then you must have like mostly seen the match of India versus Australia. Then you are having some data, like you have fed to your brain some sports data, right? And let's say next you have gone into news, what's happening in the world, and you like took from data into your brain, and you went to Insta, you went to Twitter, and you went to your classes, and there's a lots of data being consumed by you in the daily to daily basis. So for managing this data in a like very better way, let's say what if like I have an assistant who will just say what according to my preferences. If I just wanted to know about the news or some specific kinds of news related to cricketers or in sports in general, and some news regarding politics, and maybe some movie news and etc. So how are you like efficiently getting the data and providing it to the user? Like if you see any platform, if you like what Twitter does is like it will learn your preferences, your what you are interacting with, what which tweets you're liking, which tweets are like you retweeting, and which tweets are like you are spending the time on most, and what are like your followers following. That is being all curated and sent it to your feed, correct? So this is a like very interesting space to work on to better manage this lead generation with AI. So lead can be anything. It can be any piece of information that you like to consume on a daily basis. So that's so simple. Like, if you want to have some news, then that's a lead. If you have to have like a job opening, that's a lead. If you want to if you want to date a girl and you want some contact info that like of girls like which who are also looking for dating, then that's a lead. If you are like having class and your like professor sent some notes and that you would like to go and read upon, then summarizing that is a lead. So that's a piece of information that you would consume on a daily basis. So that is a basic uh, methodology of lead. So we want to have a better management system of lead because like these things is the next future. Because if you see like what is the user experience that is going to be in the future with Gen AI. Like people are now interacting using chat with AI. People are going to interact with it using voice, and people are going to maybe just think of that in the brain, and your AI will know it and give you the response. That's like a very core future. But user experience is like going to be a lot easier in the future. So now, like we have to curate the information in better way so that like it can be fit in any user interface. So what's the way of communication, like the way of presenting information should change over time. So if you are like using chat, then you can you can read, you can spend some time to read that information and process it. And if you are like using voice, like will you will be less interested to read that same content in the chat. Like let's say like there are some 2 3 paragraphs in the chat, then you would not be able to like take it or grasp it like 100% using when you are listening to it. Like this that should be precise and like more like more summarized, and it should be like based on your thinking, like what's how you understand the things, right? So this is the problem like we wanted to solve and wanted your help. So basically this is the PS and this will be the like revolving around. So I'll delve deeper into it. So we want to what is why lead generation? We want to like data collection. We want to manage this data collection thing that like we want to process large amount of data and give it in a very sophisticated manner. And we want to get personalized engagement. Like Gen AI like can personalize marketing messages and outreach like to specific leads. This can improve conversion rates and lead more specific customer access strategies. So that this thing is like let's say you see an ad in Insta as instantly after you search something on Google. This is the thing like you all must have experienced. So this comes under personalized engagement because since you have searched, so you might be interested in that thing. So Insta shows an ad for you. So like this, so you are pursuing some leads, then you must be interested in that lead. So if you are reading a lot of cricket news, then you must be interested in cricket. So that's the lead you want to see again and again, right? In any form, like it can be in a chat or it can be in a website, it can be in an app, it can be in a voice, anything that doesn't matter. But that lead should be you are interested in that lead more and more. So we can use lead management like to analyze, predict which leads are like most likely to convert. So this is like written from a business or marketing perspective, but I want you to understand from your perspective, like how you pursue your leads. So before I go to like next slide, um, I would like to like have Any questions regarding leads? Okay, so I will be like presenting the problem statement of this year hackathon, Prometeo'25 and 5pointai. So the problem statement basically is generalized lead management agent. So we are like expecting you to create an agent that will generate leads based on your preferences and your configure sources. So let's go through this. So in this world, like information is scattered across multiple platforms and mediums. This deluge of data creates like challenges for individuals to like grasp it, to like pursue the lead, right? So existing tools often lack more configurability and should be like platform specific. So we want you to like create a generalized lead management agent that is intelligent and user friendly, designed to like centralize and process the lead management across multiple sources. So what we are expecting is this agent should have multiple configurable input sources. So that can be a news website. So as I was saying, like I should be able to configure the news website to this agent as an input source. So Slack channels, Discord communities, emails, newsletters, any other data source that like you think that is relevant. So I'll make this more easy for you. I want an agent with me so that like I follow up the news at a single sitting. I would like to see all the things that I wish to see. So let's say I have to see some sports news, some news, and some political news, and also want to know what is happening in my Slack channel and what are my new emails and what are some like reports that I have shared by someone in some like communication channel. Okay, and these are like the four things written here. So for these things for pursuing, and I will have to like sit in front of laptop and I will have to spend a minimum of hour or 1.5 hour like with my coffee beside, so that like I'll click on this every website, I'll go into it and I'll look through like what are the things, and maybe I'll see the things and that are in my interest. So like let's say for 20 minutes I scroll through some news websites, and another 20 minutes I open the Slack, and like another 30-40 minutes I use email and other things. But now I want something that I want to interact with, where this all information is curated according to my preferences. What I would like to see in news today, what I would like to see in like which Slack organizations or like channels, with which emails I would like to see, and what newsletters, so what blogs I want to read about a new technology that is coming up, etc. So this thing I want to like see in front of me, and I want to just pursue whatever I'm interested at that point of time. But that information is just curated for me to read, to pursue. So until now, like, is it clear what you have to make? Can I get a quick uh, hand raise? Now you are allowed to speak, so you can speak anything, you can ask me anything. What you didn't understand. What? Hello, I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah, Rahul, you're audible.
Yeah, can someone respond? Sure. Yeah, until now, like who are participating in this hackathon, did you understand like what you have to create? Is there any issue with the problem statement, or did you find anything difficult? I just want some feedback. Okay, so I hope like everyone understood. And so in this problem statement, you are very free to explore, and like you have given us lots of freedom. You are free to like choose the data sources you would like to open. You can just do news websites and Slack channels. You can just do Discord and email, or you can just do anything like you pursue as a lead in your daily basis. That we don't that won't matter much. Like even you can use your Insta APIs to like configure it as a lead. So since like we have very, I mean, we don't want you to waste time on this configuration of sources to the agent. Like we would like to like propose Composio.dev as your like tool platform. So you must be like knowing what tool is a. So agents basically use tools for like doing tasks. So let's say I have to read an email. So LLM doesn't know where my email is, which email I use. That doesn't know anything. So let's say I want to perform some actions in email. I just want to write a mail or read some mail. Then LLM will figure out what tool to use. So tool is basically a action that like tool is basically a tool to like perform an action. Like, let's say reading an email is a action that is performed by a tool called reading an email tool. Okay, so like these there are several tools in Gmail, like reading an email, writing a email, drafting it, replying to a thread, etc., etc. So if you see Composio.dev, like they have a very huge vast library of tools that you can integrate with. So in this, like you can, there are many tools like GitHub. So if you go to GitHub, I think they are not showing the tools here, but if you like just log in and see the tools, there are many tools, like there are many actions that you can perform in GitHub with LLM. So basically LLM will figure out which tool to call, and it will do your work done. It will get your work done. So there is Slack here. So in this there are several tools. Maybe I'll just sign up and show you. Yeah, so we have it. You can see all apps here, and I'm searching for Slack. I cannot see Slack. So yeah, here there are many tools that you can. Yeah, there are the channel is a specific type of action that you can do with LLM. Search for messages, list all Slack team channels with various. Uh, basically list all channels in a Slack team. Retrieve user information, and like there are many hundreds of actions defined here. You can use them and like configure your sources. So it should be like very easy now to configure your sources and know what's how like get that information from Slack to your platform. Okay. So we were expecting like a dashboard. We were like thinking to keep this UI simple. We just want some leads be shown in the in a page, in a web page. Okay. So where you can interact with them, the leads. So if I just give them prompt, show me the tech related leads from Slack and email, then it should get all the leads from the Slack and email. So I'll have some preferences that I want to like keep before even before I like sign up. I mean before I pursue the leads. I mean before the web page show me the leads, I will like keep some preferences. Like I want to view some sports, view some like political news and etc. Uh, so what this mean? What do you mean by like tech related leads? Someone can ask me. So tech related leads are basically anything, any information related to tech. So if you have a blog post, I mean, a newsletter in the email saying related to some technology, then that is a lead. So let's say another front like highlight urgent marketing updates from Discord. So everything labeled with urgent or like urgent in the sense like I don't want it to be like exactly matched with urgent. There are many several synonyms of urgent in many languages. So that they should also be pursued as a lead. Okay, I hope you got this. So like I should be able to filter leads, refetching data, summarizing, categorizing, like updating preference. Don't show leads like this anymore. You must have seen these things like in many places. There's a like hands-on and hands-on button in there, like things, right? That is a taking a user preference, updating preference basically. So summarize this. I should be able to summarize the lead like this website or that should be able to refresh and get filter. So use some tags and all to like filter your leads. So like also like the agent should be like autonomously update leads and periods. Like let's say it should be the information should be refreshed 5 hours or 6 hours so that like I get new leads in my dashboard. So like we have planned several phases in this. Phase one is ideation and design. You will like submit a document about like how you are going to implement. It can be very simple. Like yes, the way of implementation that you're going to like do what you have thought of how are you going to implement this. Then there is a mentorship period. after this round, where we will provide you the API key of ChatGPT. I mean the OpenAI API key, and you can use it to create your agents. In this time, we will also provide you the mentorship. If you have any doubt, there will be a WhatsApp channel. You will all be added to that. You will receive that link, and you can post your doubts there about implementation and related every information to of this event. So final submission, participant must submit a working demo code and there be a very small presentation about the approach, features, and learnings. So these are the deliverables written here. And yeah, this is a problem statement. If you have any doubts, you can all let me know. I'm in a hurry because this session is only up to 8 and I think the meeting is going to end by then. Anyone in your microphones are open now. You all can ask out if you didn't understand anything about the problem statement. Yeah, anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I want to ask
Yeah.
up until 7, so we are just supposed to do the research and not create a working prototype, right?
Yeah, in the phase one.
Yeah, thanks.
So you will get this doc via Unstop after this session.
हाँ, राहुल कुछ क्वेश्चंस चैट पे भी हैं तो आप वो भी देख लें एक बार.
Yeah, hi Raghuvir. So how is Gen AI and regeneration related to each other? So you have this doubt now also or at that time I missed it. I think now I have explained many things about lead generation and Gen AI. Anything else? Basically, there is a lead generation and we want to improve that mechanism of lead generation using Gen AI. That's the whole point of our statement. So we want to change how people pursue information, anything anywhere in the world. So they will configure some sources that they want to read from, or that they want to pursue this information from. Then or everything should be present in the one dashboard. Think of it like what we say. Let's say you have the new WhatsApp chats and new Instagram messages and new snaps, everything in one app. How it would be. It would be great, right? You can see all the information right there itself, and you can decide what to see and what not to see instead of going into 3 apps and knowing what is going on. Let's say you have configured Twitter as the source, then I don't know if it is possible right now to configure Twitter as source, but in future maybe Twitter disclose their UPIs and or something. So let's say that this if you can see the feed of your Twitter and your WhatsApp, everything in one app, then like it will be very easy, right, for you to like pursue the information you are going through, and everyone can learn your preferences right away, and everyone like will be able to serve you better. That's what like they're trying to do right now, but still it is gonna happen with Gen AI. That's the like whole point. Anything else? So coming to like prices, uh, like we would like to select top three teams, and for the top team we would be giving you like internships for 3 months to 6 months. That will be based on like your performance and our expectations, and like it a minimum of 3 months, and remaining teams like will get a opportunity to be interviewed in the interviews, and like they will be present in the bench. Like we have a bench at 5pointai, so whenever like a new project. So 5pointai is basically a consultancy where like clients come in, and we you can go to 5pointai.com, like you can explore more about 5pointai. Like there are clients who want to like make some AI technology. We primarily work on AI technologies. We create new AI technologies, like we create new models, and we also like offer research as a service, and we help like people use AI to like improve their customer base and provide some good experience to their customer. So there is this thing called bench in the 5pointai where like you people are interviewed, and you will be like ready to take some work. So whenever like a client or a project comes in, we will pick people from the bench related to that tech stack and all, and we will assign them to that project. So bench consists of people who are very eager to work with 5pointai and are interviewed already. So the remaining teams will be in bench, and you will get some goodies from 5pointai. So any questions, anyone? So I'm giving you a link of a Google form in the chat. So this is a form like for like getting in contact with 5pointai. So like you will all be considered for internships in future. If we are like having some need, then you will be our first preference. Interviews will not be conducted now. Like it will be like on demand in future. It would be nice like if you all fail and you will get the link to the WhatsApp group of 5pointai, and yeah, let me know if form doesn't open to anyone or something. I mean, like, it's your wish. If you wish to like get in contact with Urban and like get some internship opportunities in future, like internship and full-time opportunities, you would be our first preference. Like, we will get in contact with you if there is a project related to your resume. You can always like go and update your resume in our website. There is a careers page. You can go there and fill that also. But like this is for now the Google form. Yeah, any questions? If not, like you can ask anything not related to policy statement, but in general, AI or about 5pointai or about me or anything. So I think I know most of the people right in the meeting. I can see IITJ emails. Okay, shall we like wind up, Jyoti?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you, and like it's a great having interaction with you. You all can like contact me anytime. Uh, yeah, thank you. Bye bye.